Trafalgar Water Law. Trafalgar Water Law, more commonly known as just Trafalgar Law and by his epithet as the Surgeon of Death, is the captain and doctor of the Heart Pirates, a pirate crew from North Blue. On top of being one of 12 pirates who are referred to as the Worst Generation, formerly known as the 11 Supernovas, he became one of the Shishibukai during the time skip, but his position was revoked for allying with the Straw Hat Pirates and bringing down Don Quixote da Flamingo Law. Like many other pirates, dreams of finding the One Piece. During the time skip, his bounty increased from belly 200,000,000 to belly 440,000,000 before it was frozen. After he was expelled from the Shishibukai, Law's bounty was raised to belly 500,000,000. Appearance. Law is a slim man of a relatively tall height. He has faint shadows right under his yellow eyes, gray in the anime, and his mouth is usually seen in a smile. He has dark hair, a majority of which is obscured, save for his sideburns and small goatee by the northern-style fur hat that Law wears, which is white and has spots on the bottom and along the rim. His hair color is depicted as black in both the anime and manga, though sometimes the manga depicts it as blue. He is seen wearing a black-sleeved and hooded yellow hoodie with his Jolly Roger out on the front of his chest and the sleeves rolled up. Law also sports a pair of jeans with odd markings on both the knee and ankle areas, similar to the ones on his hat, but darker in color, and a pair of dark, pointed shoes. He has a pair of small earrings on each ear. He has many tribal-style tattoos on his arms. On both of his hands are letters spelled as DEATH tattooed in black on each of the back of his fingers. Originally in the manga, his left thumb was not tattooed, with the letter A missing later on. All of his fingers were tattooed complete with all 5 letters. He also has a black cross on the back of both of his hands on his chest. He has a tribal-style heart tattoo with his Jolly Roger on it. He has simpler heart tattoo on his shoulders and his Jolly Roger tattooed on his back. As a child, Law had his fur hat and his faint shadows right under his eyes, but wore the uniform for the medical academy he was attending, a blue lab coat with a red tie, dark blue shorts and green shoes. He was holding a scalpel on his right hand and a frog on his left hand, since he was already in training to become a surgeon, with his father being his teacher. After escaping Flavance, Law lost his tie and lab coat, and his shirt underneath became more raggedly, and his shorts have white spots on them. Because of his heritage, he inherited the amber lead syndrome that accumulated throughout the generations of Flavance, which left his skin white and pallid until he obtained his cure. In Oda's depiction of the supernova post-time skip, he seems to have lost the fur rim of his hat and replaced it with a thick bill, turning it into a rather spherical hat resembling a wool skipper. His goatee has become somewhat scruffier, and his right hand now also has the fingers tattooed. He now wears a yellow t-shirt similar in appearance to his old hoodie, with a black jacket over the shirt. On Punk Hazard, Law wears a long black coat with his crew's Jolly Roger along the hem and on the sleeve. On Dressrosa, he wears a black coat with a hood which features the word Corazon on the back. During his second confrontation with Doflamingo, Law's right arm was cut off. It is later reattached by Leo and healed by Manshari. During the Zou arc, Law changed into a dark, short-sleeved shirt with a light-colored heart pattern on the lower left side. He also bears stitch marks on his right arm after it being reattached by Leo. Por gas de ace. Born as Gold Ace and nicknamed Fire Fist, Ace was the adopted older brother of Luffy and Sabo, and son of the late Pirate King, Gold Roger, and his lover, Porgas D. Rouge. He was adopted by Monkey D. Garp as wished by Roger to him before his birth. Ace was the 2nd Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates and one-time captain of the Spade Pirates. Hunted by the world government for his lineage, Ace was captured and sentenced to death, which resulted in the Battle of Marineford in an all-out clash of powers. Ace was freed, but he sacrificed his life to protect his younger brother from Akainu. His death ultimately proved to be the catalyst leading to Luffy to train for 2 years to become strong enough to protect his friends, paving the way for the second half of the series. Appearance. Although they were not blood-related, Ace looked remarkably like his foster brother, Luffy. However, Ace was more serious-looking than Luffy's light-hearted design, and was also taller and more muscular. He also sported rather childish freckles, inherited from his mother, and tended to make a skeptical facial expression by raising his left eyebrow. Interestingly, his facial features were almost akin to his biological father Gold Roger in his youth without his mustache. Ace's tattoos were among his most remarkable, trademark features. He had a tattoo on his back of the Whitebeard symbol, purple bones formed in a cross behind a purple skull with a white mustache that he described as his pride and joy. Ace had another tattoo on his upper left bicep that spells ASCE vertically. The S crossed out is a tribute to Sabo, as that's his Jolly Roger on the cover of chapter 596. Indeed, Ace's tattoo is written as Ace instead of the original ASCE, as the cover is a what-if image of Ace, Luffy, and Sabo together as adults, with the former being known to be alive. Ace wore an open front shirt until he received Whitebeard's tattoo. Afterwards, he stopped wearing anything over his upper body except when on winter islands. He wore black boots, black knee-length shorts with an eyelet-studded orange belt, and a blue pouch belted around his left leg. He also wore a short second belt with a large red A on the silver buckle over his right hip, but left it unfastened and threaded the free end along the back of his shorts. A dagger in a green sheath hung at his left hip. On Ace's left arm, he wore a log pose and a red and white striped bracelet around his wrist, an orange elbow guard, and his ASCE tattoo. He wore a red beaded necklace and an orange hat with 2 blue smileys, one frowning and one smiling, and a string of red beads sitting above the rim. 2 long orange side straps hung down sides of his hat and met at a large medallion of a bull's skull with orange tassels. Unfortunately, Ace lost his trademark hat, which he already had when he began his journey as a pirate, on Bonaro Island as a result of his duel with Blackbeard. His knife was also apparently confiscated, as he no longer had it in his next appearance as a prisoner at Impel Down. The tattoo upon his back that he took so much pride in was later destroyed by the same blow that eventually led to his death. However, at his grave, Ace's hat and knife were placed at his tombstone. Either they were retrieved, or they were duplicates in Ace's possession. During the ending credits in the second movie, Clockwork Island Adventure, previews of upcoming characters from the Baroque Works saga were featured. Ace was also included amongst the many characters, but while his clothes were almost identical, he boasted a very different color scheme to the one he was given in his official appearance in the anime. As a child, Ace is shown to have often worn t-shirts with 2 kanji phrases on the front, such as innocence and violence. On some occasions they are linked to the scene in which they were worn, like Independence when the 3 brothers built their own tree house to live in. He often wore knee-length shorts and a black elbow guard on his left arm. Ace was always seen wearing dark brown, flat, slipper-like shoes, and in the winter, he wore a green cardigan over his normal clothes.
From the heat wave stole my emotions. I left my doubts when I was swept by the ocean, and every pulse from the tide was a finish line. A wave race we were made to ride. You and I were first in line, and we took them by surprise. I was with you all the time. You may not realize, but I'm here. I hear you loud declare when we get lost in our
Vinsmoke Sanji. Vinsmoke Sanji, most commonly known by his moniker Blackleg Sanji, is a pirate and the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, the former sous chef of Baratai, and the third son of the Vinsmoke family, making him a prince of the Jerma Kingdom. He is officially the fifth member of the crew and the fourth to join, doing so at the end of the Baratai arc. Since he was born in North Blue, he is the first Straw Hat not to originate from East Blue. He is one of the monster trio in the crew alongside Luffy and Zoro. His dream is to find the rumored All Blue, which is where East Blue, West Blue, North Blue, and South Blue meet along with their wildlife, a chef's paradise. He has a bounty of belly 177 million, which is only valid if captured alive per the request of his father. Appearance: Sanji is a slim, yet muscular, long-legged young man with blonde hair and keeps his hair brushed over one side of his face. For the initial part of the series, this was the left side. Due to his left eye never being seen, many fans questioned whether he had one at all. In the manga it was usually covered one way or another, but as seen in the anime, episodes 20, 21, 27, 82, and movie 6 and 10, although usually very briefly and most likely due to animation errors. Later, after the 2-year time skip, he switched his hairstyle so that it covers the right side. It also appears that Sanji's hair is less straight and scruffier after the time skip. Among Sanji's physical traits are his distinctive eyebrows. Both form a spiral but at different ends. His right eyebrow forms a spiral at the outer end, while his left eyebrow forms a spiral at the inner end. Both resemble the numeral 6. This means his face is asymmetrical with the position of his eyebrow spirals. This, however, is not fully seen due to his hairstyle. He still gets very upset if somebody, typically Zoro, mocks him over the spirals. Though, on rare occasions, Sanji's other eye was seen in the anime, the spiral was never witnessed. While Sanji's eyes usually seem black, he was depicted with grey-blue eyes in the anime at the beginning of Thriller Bark arc. Sanji almost always wears a black, double-breasted suit with a tie and a long-sleeved, buttoned shirt of varying colors, usually orange, blue, turquoise, or black, with or without pinstripes. His outfit changes on a more frequent basis than most of the crew. Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy, also known as Straw Hat Luffy and commonly as Straw Hat, is the main protagonist of the manga and anime, One Piece. He is the son of Monkey D. Dragon, the grandson of Monkey D. Garp, the adoptive brother of Porgas D. Ace and Sabo, and the foster son of Curly Dodden. Luffy is a pirate and his lifelong dream is to become the Pirate King by finding the legendary treasure left behind by the late Pirate King, Gold Roger. He believes that being Pirate King means having the most freedom in the world. He has eaten the Gomu no Mi, which gives the consumer's body the properties of rubber. As the founder and captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, he is the first member of the crew, as well as one of its top 3 fighters. Luffy has a worldwide reputation for causing trouble, challenging the Shishibukai, the Marines, and 2 of the Yonko, Big Mom and Kaido, additionally committing felonies and actions which were deemed threatening by the world government. Furthermore, in the majority of these confrontations, he emerges as the victor. He has gained a reputation for being reckless and, in some cases, insane, after causing an incident in Enice lobby, assaulting a world noble at Sabayati Archipelago, entering and escaping from Impel Down, and joining the Battle of Marine Ford. He is, therefore, infamous for being the only known pirate to not only deliberately attack the 3 most important government facilities, but also escaped from all of them alive. The additional fact that he punched a world noble with full knowledge of the consequences, as well as his heritage, has caused Luffy to be labeled as a dangerous future element, earning the wrath of Fleet Admiral Sakazuki and Marine Headquarters. These acts, among other things, have given him his current bounty of belly 500,000,000, one of the highest past or present bounties in the series. Having had a bounty of belly 300,000,000 prior to his arrival at the Sabayati Archipelago, Luffy is one of 11 rookie pirates who has been referred to as the 11 Supernovas, pirates with bounties over belly 100,000,000 who have reached the red line. He is also one of 12 pirates referred to as the Worst Generation, formerly known as the 11 Supernovas. Appearance. Luffy is renowned for his trademark straw hat, from which he gets his nickname Straw Hat Luffy, which was lent to him when he was young by the legendary pirate captain, red-haired Shanks, who in turn received it from Gold Roger. He wears short, blue trousers with cuffs, sandals, and a sleeveless red vest. Luffy also has a scar with 2 stitches underneath his left eye, which he earned by stabbing a knife under his eye to show Shanks that he was tough, and short, messy black hair. He was severely wounded by Akainu in the Battle of Marine Ford, leaving a large X-shaped scar on his chest. Appearing to be scrawny underneath his shirt, he has a surprisingly well-built physique. He is quite short since he appears dwarfed by most individuals in the series, though it must be noted that characters in One Piece are often very tall for real-life standards. Roronoa Zoro. Roronoa Zoro, also known as Pirate Hunter Zoro, is a pirate and a former bounty hunter. He was the first member to join the Straw Hat Pirates, and, to date, is considered the largest threat and most dangerous member in the crew after Luffy. His fame as a master swordsman and his great strength, along with the actions of his captain, sometimes led others to believe he was the true captain of the crew. He is one of the top 3 fighters in the crew alongside Luffy and Sanji, and his dream is to become the greatest swordsman in the world. Zoro is regarded as one of 12 pirates who are referred to as the Worst Generation, formerly known as the 11 Supernovas. Appearance. Zoro is a muscular young man with lightly tanned skin. He always carries his 3 swords along with him, bundled up with a green haramaki over his right hip, allowing him to easily draw them with his left hand. Of the 3 swords he has on his person, He has always been seen carrying the Wado Ikemonji, while his other two swords have varied over time due to them being destroyed and subsequently replaced with progressively better ones. Although his right hand is usually seen resting over them, he can also use this hand to pull his swords out before sitting down. He has 3 identical gold earrings on his left earlobe. Zoro normally keeps a black bandana tied around his left bicep and ties it around his head when he is fighting seriously against an opponent. Zoro's body is covered with scars from his many battles, most notably the massive scar stretching from his left shoulder to his right hip that he acquired during his loss against the world's greatest swordsman, Dracul Mihawk, at Baratai. His other visible scars are the scars he inflicted upon his ankles in a desperate attempt to free himself from Mr. Three's giant candle service set by trying to cut his feet off at Little Garden. After the time skip, he gained another scar over his left eye, obtained through unknown means. Zoro's other remarkable feature is his cropped green hair, which Sanji often teases him about by calling him Marimo, Moss Ball, Moss Head in the Viz manga and Funimation dub, due to its resemblance to one.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you